Hello everyone, this is John from Compass Rose Bushcraft. Today it's February day, it's about 3 degrees below 0 Celsius, and I'm up at some property we own in the Upper Ottawa Valley, and I'm had a little time on my hands, so I thought I'd make a little video about my attempt to make a hearth board and spindle for a bow drill. I have found this dry poplar that was downed by beaver, and so I'm going to make some cuts, try and find a piece which I think I found here, which is big enough around to get both the hearth and the spindle from. The tree has been down for about a year, so it should be dry, and although there's snow on the ground, it's well above the snow line, so I'm hoping that it will be dry enough when I get into the interior wood to be able to make a good hearth board and spindle. I've also know that the wood needs to be soft enough that you can make a dent in it with your thumb, so not too hard, but you don't want it really soft either, so that you can push your thumbnail right in. So poplar I have tried before and know is close to that hardness. So I'm going to make the cut, and we'll take you back over to the cabin where I'll work on this with my XXX Canadian Bushman knife. So here is the cut, and I can just slightly dent the wood there. You won't be able to see it on the lens probably. It seems to be fairly dry, and I'll know better when I get it apart with the knife. And I've got an elm. So here I am, I've got an elm chopping block here which should handle work, and I'm going to start with using a little Japanese-made trimming hatchet that I have, just to begin to work the wood down. Okay. Now, next cut hopefully will give me my hearth board. And there is my Hearthboard. That looks pretty good. Needs some further trimming, but it's well on its way. That looks pretty good. So now I'll get out my XXX Canadian Bushman and finish preparing the hearthboard. This wood may be wetter than I had hoped, but since this was mainly about preparing the hearthboard and spindle, I'll carry on just for the practice of shaping it. Might as well make the divot in it. Again, the knife doing a beautiful job on the carving of the wood. There's the divot right there. So now I'll start to work on making a spindle. Fairly squared, start to round it. This knife does just lever grips. Just taking off great amounts of the wood. through a knot, making short work of it. Starting to take shape. Spindle's almost ready. We'll make this the bow drill end. I can see the wood is still too wet. It's almost translucent in spots, so I guess this hadn't been on the ground as long as I thought it had. There we are. A little off the middle again. And sharpen the end for the handle, the socket. See if I can at least get a sense of whether it would work. It's good. So now what I would need is a socket. Something that might work. There's a piece that would work. There we are. Nope. Go back to my original piece here. So, there are the basics. Hearthboard, spindle, which I think is even enough to turn, and a temporary socket anyway. I'll make up a bow and we'll give this a spin just to see if we can get it to darken. So it turns out I don't have any paracord up here at our cabin to or any other cordage to set onto a bow to actually give this a spin, but and it's, I think, too wet to be able to be much use right now. I didn't realize when I cut it, because that tree's been down a while. I'm surprised. But anyway, there's the set. There's the grip for the socket and the spindle itself, and I have hand spun it like a hand drill a little few times, which has rounded out the divot in the hearthboard, and I'm going to let that dry, and at some point in the spring I'll give it a try, and once it's dried. Hello everybody, welcome back, and it's now several weeks since I made the bow drill set up here in my property in the Ottawa Valley, and I set this by the wood stove to dry because I found that it was just a little bit too damp after I made it. And then last night, around sitting around the wood stove, I burned it in just a little bit and cut the V into it, and then I made the bow. It's a length of branch about as long as my arm from the elbow to the fingertips, and now I'm going to try and see if I can get an ember using it. It's a lovely spring day and the sun is shining and it's around 0 degrees, and so we'll see how this goes. Seems that my bow is a little too loose. I'm getting some good dark dust there, which is a good sign. Spindle is working well. The only thing I'm a little iffy about is my bearing block, which seems to be burning through to my hand. I may need to sharpen the end of it. I'll try again now first. It's getting really close. Need to trim up the end, and this time I'm using the number 3 Groman. As I do that, getting almost as much smoke from the bearing block as I am from the hearthboard. And we'll try that again. Very close this time. It's nicely burned in. Maybe tighten my bow drill a little bit. The bow rather. And give it another shot. Once more. I have an ember. Look, I have an ember. I did it. So, there's a bow drill set made from poplar, and let's see if I can no. So there it is, bow drill set made from poplar branch, and I moved it along to the point where I was able to get an ember. If I'd had a proper bird's nest, we would have had a fire. This is John from Compass Rose Bushcraft. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.